Hello football fans! Today has the latest football news. Zidane arriving in France, Neymar, Messi and much more. The Mercado de Bola is busy. Firmino is being sought by Barcelona and Real Madrid. The two are fighting to see who can sign the player. So, where do you think Firmino should go next season? After the humiliating defeat and elimination of Manchester, the cleaning will begin in the squad. There was no explanation from Casemiro, the coach. Couldn't explain De Gea's faults, and now the whole Manchester board will pluck the team completely. The first on the list to leave will be De Gea. The coach didn't want to speak ill of him, he didn't want to compromise the player, but the entire English press already announced it and took his departure for granted. Several other players, including the Brazilian Fred, may leave the squad. It could be up to 8 players out of Manchester next season. Cristiano Ronaldo gets complicated after making the obscene gesture to the crowd when they started shouting Messi's name and he didn't like it. Now he can be prosecuted and asked for his expulsion from Arabia. What do you think about this? Comment down here in the comments section. Napoli striker João Felix intended for PSG and Bayer, he is asking for an astronomical amount, 150 million euros. He is unlikely to continue at Chelsea next season. Chelsea are failing to qualify for the Champions League and Atletico de Madrid have already announced that they can sell the players between 70 and 80 million euros. Which is exactly the amount that Newcastle is offering for the athlete, who still have a chance to get at least one UEFA Champions League. Barcelona prepares a clean in its cast too. There are 4 or 5 players who should leave this season. And one of them is the Brazilian Rafinha. He has been negotiating with Arsenal for a long time. Several attitudes that Rafinha did, involving cursing and not liking being substituted, were the last straw. What do you think? Leave it here in the comments. Should Rafinha go to Arsenal? All this reformulation in Barcelona can put 100 million euros in the club's cash. This makes things calmer for Messi's arrival at the club, according to information from the main newspapers in Spain. Messi would have already communicated by call talking about his possible return to Barcelona. The team has already made a salary proposal and now it's depending on last adjustments to announce Messi's return later this month. Comment there if you want Messi to return to Barcelona. At any moment, Messi can return to the Barcelona, and the big question that everyone wants to know is whether he will take Neymar with him. Speaking of Neymar and PSG, the press, France and several other newspapers are taking for granted the departure of coach Christophe Galtier and the arrival of Zinedine Zidane to the post. The Emir of Qatar has said that he will offer a fortune for him. Other names are Jose Mourinho and Gallardo, but the main list name is Zidane. There is an obstacle, because Zidane also wanted to coach Juventus. Neymar is in Brazil, but should return to France at the end of the month to finish his treatment and return to the pitch. In the next video, we'll talk about the announcement that Neymar's girlfriend is pregnant and all the news about the next heir on the way. Did you like the video? Then subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications so you don't miss any news from the world of football. Until the next video.